Hi class, I want to say welcome back. I hope that you all had a stress-free weekend because this week we will be jumping straight into our curriculum projects. The first being our practice project and the second being our final project. By the end of this week, you will all have the capabilities of completing your practice project. There might be one or two of you, if you haven't picked up your projects, who might not be able to complete it by the end of the week, but that's neither here nor there. As I said in the beginning of the semester, this is a introductory course, which means that we will just be getting your feet wet with about 7 or 8 of the divisions that it takes in order to complete a residential structure, as opposed to all 50 divisions. And those divisions will be Division 3, which is concrete, Division 4, masonry, Division 5, just a little bit of that, which is metals, Division 6, which is wood, plastics, composites, Division 7, which is thermal and moisture, Division 8 is doors and windows, and Division 9, finishes. Those are the 7 or 8 main divisions that we will be covering this semester. Just to kind of give you a little bit of background, in estimating, there are several different ways that you can take off a house or structure or building. However, the two main that people typically use is the centerline method and the volume method. With the centerline method, there is a lot of overlapping and a lot of extra or not enough in some cases, because you're only taking the center dimension of the entire wall. So for instance, if you have a 40-foot wall by a 28-foot wall, we're just going to look at a right angle here. It's just going to run, 39 feet by 27 feet. You'll get around, if you multiply that together, I think it's like 132 square feet. Whereas the volume method, which is what we're going to be using for this semester, is a little bit more detailed. You break down each component so that there is no overlap. So now you have a 40-foot wall, which runs the full length, but then you also have a 26-foot wall in this case, because you had to take off, 2 feet or 1 foot, whatever the case may be. But then it ends up coming out to where if you multiply that, if you have a box, both of those by 2, you actually get more square footage. It comes out to 134 square feet. So that's just one example. But like I said, for this semester, we will be using the volume method as opposed to the centerline method. Also, just jumping right into it, for this week, you will need your in-class practice project. It looks something like this. It works best on an 11 by 17 sheet of paper, but an 8 by 11 sheet of paper is fine. But it looks just like this, and you will need its component paper, which consists of the section cuts, and it's going to look just like this. At the end of this week for our schedule, and I will be posting this to the class review email, we will be going over the introduction to planning and estimating, which is a little bit in what this email is, or excuse me, what this video is. But we will also be coloring and labeling our set of plans and our sections, and we will be going over the Division 3 and Division 4 scopes of work for our practice quiz, just to kind of get our feet wet before we jump right into our final projects, okay? And just to reiterate, please do not do anything with your final projects, okay? Your final projects should still be blank sheets. You did not roll them, you did not fold them, you did not put your name on it, you didn't do anything. It should be a blank canvas until we are ready to move on to that project. And I believe I have that scheduled for week 4, which starts on the 28th. But, it kind of depends on, where everything goes with our practice project. But I look forward to working with you all, and stay tuned.